Good afternoon. This is the Popper scan for buy sell short for Monday, April 4th. We're going to try something new for a couple of days, so let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go through the Popper scan charts for the next couple of days instead of just sending out the link with the charts on it, so let me know what you think. First off, on the Popper scan, we've got GSX, small little oil play. Looks like 50 cents is where we possibly could look to getting in on this one. Next play is also an oil play, BQI. Even when oil stocks were moving, this was a pretty frustrating play. And the oil stocks were really, really weak on Friday. But we've got a couple of these energy stocks popping up on the scan, and usually it pays off to actually pay attention to the Popper scan plays, especially when a sector shows up. NGAS, this one has been breaking out, but it's a little weird. This stock was bought out by another company in December, so you would have to check and see what the underlying security is that moves this. But just looking at the chart, a break of 71 cents could trigger a move on this. But again, this stock trades in tandem with another stock. mRNA biotech stock, as you can see, 80 cents would be the breakout here. It's been pretty active over the last couple of days. It did close at 74 cents on Friday. So, you're looking at waiting for another 6 cents before adding this one. You could look to add a break of 75 on this one and then place your stops at the low of 70 cents if you're looking to play it. Next stock we have is PLUG. You can see on this one, breakout would be 80 cents is where you would possibly look to jumping in on a scalp on this one. And first target of 90 cents. A stock that, can run big, as you've seen back here in January, but really needs a lot of volume to move. STEM is on the Popper scan. It's been on the Popper scan actually for the last couple of days. I hate this stock. Never seems to move. Might get interesting if it broke over $1. Next up we have CRBC. Very interesting bank play here. It's got resistance at 98 cents. This is one that if it broke over 1 could give a 10 to 15% move. So definitely keep a pretty close eye on this one going into this week. TLR, this is a gold play that we tried a couple of times. They did financing. Gold has been doing pretty well over the last few days. Again, really this one I might get interested on a break of 1. It's got a downtrend line there at the $1 area. But this has been a pretty annoying stock, to say the least. The better buy may be a move through $1.10 a couple of days after it's been on the scan. JOEZ, this is one we traded very nicely on Thursday. Hit our first target of 113 on Friday, then pulled back a little bit. But this one could be in a new uptrend. Second day, typically stocks, when they jump on the Popper scan, get a move for 2 or 3 days. So this one could see a move to 120, 130 come Monday. RNN is also on the Pop scan, although, looking at this one, it had that big sell-off on the financing news. Not one I would probably look to get into unless it dipped back to the 110 area. ANDS finally broke out nicely for us on Friday. We've been patiently waiting for this one to move. It went on a nice little run there Friday. Could see a further upside move to that 140 plus area. If it dipped back to the 123 and under area, possibly look to picking some up on Monday here. CYCC, biotech company. This is one we actually played with the nuclear crisis in Japan. They've got a radiation cream, but they've also got some cancer drugs in the pipeline, and the cancer bios have been doing very, very well. This is a stock to keep a really close eye on. A break through that 150 area, and we could get a 10, maybe 20-cent move on it. So definitely one to keep an eye on come Monday. It's been up the last 5 days in a row, which is pretty unusual for this stock. But if we look at what it did back in November, the stock ran for about 5 days and then had a really big run to top the runoff. So we could see a possible big spike on this one Monday or Tuesday. LVLT, this one has been treading water. It's been on the popper scan, I believe, almost every day for the last week. Buy trigger here, $1.50 with stops at Friday's low, which was 146. Target would be a move to 165. I believe that was the high we saw back here in late February. So definitely one to keep an eye on going into this week. BIOD looks pretty intriguing here. This is a stock that trades pretty dead for, a month or so at a time and then goes on a big spike. It's been about, 3-4 weeks since we had one of its big spikes. It's been consolidating over the last few days. 220 might let it free again for another move up to the 240 level. So, definitely one to keep an eye on for an ad on a 220 break. 240 targets, and then stops 215 makes for a pretty good stop on this one. ANX, it's one we've played, gotten frustrated with. 220 is probably where I would look to grab a position on this one for a move up to 235 to 240. PPHM, Peregrine Pharmaceuticals, can be a frustrating stock to play, but as you can see here, if it gets a breakthrough 260 on Monday, could see a quick 20-cent move over the next couple of days, so definitely one to keep an eye on. UMC looks interesting if it continues this breakout move. Closed at 275, 281. It got as high as 281 on Friday, then retreated. As you can see on this chart, a break through that could give a move up there to the 295-ish area. ATEK or ATEC, not bad actually. You could see some follow through if you're looking to scalp this one on 290. Could see this one go on a little run to the 3 area. Last but not least, we've got LOCM, but this one was up big on Friday on a pump regarding a possible Groupon press release coming this week. Late Friday pump. If the volume continues on Monday and it dipped back towards the $4 level, might make for, some scalping intraday. So that's it for the popper plays this week. Let me know what you think. If you like this format, or if you prefer the other format, love to hear your feedback. And that's it. Till the next one.